get into that in a different video. So, but it's a bad situation. I'm kind of a bit in a bit of a checkmate situation. No, check to use the check, not checkmate. That would be like I've got no opportunity, depression, and um, you know, game over. But life isn't chess. Like, fortunately, besides, if it was, then if it were, then pretty much in a bit of a checkmate situation. But in life, there's always another way. There's always a way out. There's always something to do. Begging and busking at the moment. Seriously, like my family are very supportive, and go so I can't go to China. I was supposed to be going to start in July. So that's all been blown up, and my all my like I don't want it to be a sob story and boohoo Matt, boohoo Meg will cry for you. You can't go to China and your career's destroyed. It's bad. But for everyone, it's you can't really say there's someone in a maybe Amazon or what what could possibly have done well in this situation. Um, you know, there's not a lot of if you're selling face masks and um, or Deliveroo, maybe Just Eat, Amazon, you're doing good. Everyone else, it's been a horrible thing. But I'm a positive guy. I don't I like to moan. I love to get on my soapbox. I love to whinge and moan and things. I've probably this 30 minutes has been a bit of moaning and whinging. And I'll maybe whinge for a bit more, but um, after all the whinging, I get up and I have a mope, out for a week or a few days and things, and then I say, right, what can I do now? Carry on with YouTube. Um, I've got a lot of time to play piano. I can up my piano game. I'm going to try and play for. I normally play 1 or 2 hours a day, so I've got a lot of time now. I barely work. I work like 10 hours a week, and that's going to completely drop off. I might work 0 or 4 or 5 hours in June, July, in Italy. See you later. It's hot. People want to, especially with people coming out of lockdown. You you want to go to the sea and things, or be in their houses, and they're not going to want lessons now, especially in this situation. So I'll have no work in the summer. I'm completely fucked. I don't like. I can't. I don't like to swear so much. I'm a gentle guy, but completely fucked. Really, really like. What am I going to do? Big conversations with people and with my family and things, and they're great. They're very positive, and you can keep going. You're doing great. I'm proud of you. You can still go to China next year. We'll look after you. But that's not the point. Like when you're 32, you want to do things by yourself. I'd got a good career going. I'd got plans to go to China, make more money. I'm gonna make double the money that I do now. Be safe, be secure. And now I can't go to London and work in the summer camps. They're all cancelled. Um, but plan of action. Go back to my family. Especially being away from my family for so long. I am used to it, I guess. So I guess that's a bonus, maybe. If you're used to, because I know like my mum and dad see my brother and his wife and their family and things a lot every day or a few times a week. Um, so I know that when they were apart and they're used to seeing each other. That I know that my mum, they went to get bikes or something, and my mum were crying, and it's upsetting to because I know like I know my parents are like me. They're quite emotional. They're quite sensitive people, but they're pretty strong. They're pretty we're all quite a strong family. We're very sensitive, and we like to be fun and um, kind of gentle. And but then on the other, we like to be positive. We don't, if you're down, we get, I get kind of bullied. I get kind of, oh, don't mope about. If I have breakups or things, oh, get out, get over it. She was, they were bad for you, like, no, psychopath or whatever, sociopath. They weren't nice. They were grumpy. They were, oh, that guy, like, oh, why, you're going with him, or things like that. So they're always lifting you up. And family's great. I don't know, like, without family. I say the three F's: family, friends, football. They've or talking about football. Just talking about football. Benjamin Bloom and All Leeds TV. I can't thank them enough for keeping you going and doing your videos. Fine, like, keep going, keep doing it. All Leeds TV have kind of disappeared, and they're not, if there's not much to really do videos on. But other videos, other YouTubers, keep with the content and keep going. Um, you know, we need football. And people say, oh, it's not life and death. It's, there's bigger things. I understand, health, people dying, health is the most important thing. Um, but everything's important. Everyone's important. Like, music's important. Without music, I couldn't have got through a lot of things that I've gone through. Um, I've had a lot of disappointment, a lot of things. When exams go wrong, or a lot of in 32 years, I've had a lot of heartbreak and rejection and breakups and things and questioning, or and sexuality, like, to be a bit more personal. And it wasn't supposed to be that sort of video, but let's go there. Like, sexuality and having different sort of relationships. I have a very strange love life. um, people maybe don't always understand it. um, and you have to deal with a lot of stuff. Everyone does. Even if, like, my brother's so confident and seemingly so successful. He's tall. He's, wife and a baby on the way. And you think everything. Oh, he has it. I always say he's lucky, and oh, everything works out for him. Um, but he's a great guy. He deserves it. He does well because he makes friends. He's optimistic. Um, he builds on his skills. He does what's necessary. He takes risks. He takes risks. He um, sacrifices. He had a great. He was working in a sports center. His perfect job. And now maybe, he is in finance and things. And maybe, he still, he loves his job, and he's learned to do something new. Something, it wasn't his degree. Something I'm really proud of him. um I always say that he's lucky. And oh, he was attractive. He got girls easily. He was tall, strong, good at sport. um but not just that, he's sweet, cuddly, the funniest guy I've ever met. Like, just hilarious. Like, everything. I think like, I make him laugh, he makes me laugh. We kind of complement each other. He's more arrogant and confident. I'm a bit more sweet and gentle, and but then I'm more emo and kind of down in the dumps and depressive and things. And he's more happy and jolly, and keeps the family happy. And the same with my parents. Like, they've got along with things. um you never see them moan. Like, okay, a bit of a cry, bit upset, but you never ever. My parents have gone through a lot of stuff, hard things that, I won't go into them. But difficult things, tough jobs, as teachers and things. So yeah, everyone has it tough, and we're all going through things. Whatever you're suffering, whether you're happy or going through a good time, a tough time. Um, so that's a bit, a bit some things maybe off my chest, and you know, I could kind of ramble about different things. Um, you know, getting back on track to Milan. That's the positive thing where um, I like to give some hope in England. Um, things might look bad now. You're still kind of in lockdown. You're not quite sure. It's kind of Boris Johnson's message. It was similar in Italy. Vai a lavorare, ma stai a casa, ma stai a casa, ma se devi, vai a lavorare. Like, go to work, no, 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 stay at home. But if you have to go, se devi andare, se puoi andare, ma no, state a casa, state. So that kind of mixed message in the government, it was the same here. The same here. Um, People buying, like, those times when there wasn't toilet roll, and um I don't think it was as crazy, didn't seem to be as crazy as in England, like, but I imagine it was the same. People, there were still, like, students, people still going into parks still after 2 or 3 weeks. The police would come and, oh, go home. So you know I'm not I'm anti-conservative, so and I do hate Boris Johnson, so um but anyone in Labour, Lib Dem, Scottish National Party, anyone in this situation, no one's going to do well. Like, I can't see anyone really doing a great job at it. So he does his job, and you kind of let him off maybe. Um, Even if you don't, I don't agree with anything he says really, but he's there. He's the prime minister. You have to follow what he says. He's the important one. Not me. Not you know little Lib Dem, little yellow guy here. um, Lib Dem Hufflepuff guy. I don't know. um, you know, listen to the advice, and that's what's important. Um, and we get through it, and it's not it's bad. I keep saying, oh, it's not so bad, and then it gets worse. Like my pay cut. Oh yeah, it'll be better in January. Then there wasn't much more work. Oh, it'd be better, be good or positive. It'd be better than the coronavirus. Then there's always hope that things will be better, and I don't want to get down in the dumps and rant. And this is maybe it always tends into a rant. Um, like when I'm writing a Facebook message, I try to be nice and positive. It always ends up being a depressing rant. So hopefully, I can give you some sort of positivity, and we're looking good again, or as good as I can look. I shouldn't have worn I really shouldn't have worn a. If you're wondering why I'm like this, because I realized I'm wearing a grey t-shirt, and I probably have sweat stains. So embarrassing. But that's my life. I'm the Mr. Bean character. So fair enough. If you can see pit stains, then great. So I should never don't wear grey. It's like the rule for when you go to the gym. Like, should be back. Don't wear grey because you can see the black, like, sweat stains. So that's kind of gross to finish on. So I might cut that out. I'll try and edit. I'll try and edit if I've got armpit stains, so of black. So you probably don't care. So anyway, um, you suffered my big beard and mullet, so you can suffer this. So yeah, we're back. We're back to in the bar, like cafe. You can get your cappuccino, brioche, sandwich, toast, whatever, um, and get my hair cut. Got my hair cut, and schools are staying online. Great. That's the great thing about Italy. Straight away after a week, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks of no school, straight away up university online, lessons online, um, school, nursery school, primary school, all they have lessons with their my job went all online. I had all my lessons. I have all my lessons online. Only a couple I go to, because they requested, "Oh, we're not doing so well with online lessons. Can you please be the hero?" Not really. You're just doing the news article about teachers being heroes. So yeah, I'm quite happy if you say I'm a hero. I'm could go back to work and brace the metro and the people. With the virus. So and getting back, people getting back to work slowly. You see more people in cars, more people walking, many people cycling. So maybe it'll have some health benefits. The atmosphere is nicer. The smog's gone. I know that'll be ruined again immediately, but maybe we'll think about it a bit more now. We can, it's what a beautiful city we live in. Milan, it's a great place. Amazing football stadium, which they're going to knock down, but make an even more amazing football stadium. Great people. Um, Italy's a great place. So let's keep it beautiful. Let's keep the nature. Even though it's a big city, we want our bars. We want to drive. We want different things. But let's look after people a bit better. Let's look after job like teachers, nurses, people in the shop. Pay us more. Fucking hell. Like companies, pay your staff more. Like we're valuable. Um, were nurses, especially doctors, nurses, teachers, but not just that. Everyone's important. Business, um, kebab bar runners, help each other. Help, you know, um, give us more money. Pay us, give us a decent living wage, and we can eat and go out and things. Don't make us work 100-hour weeks or whatever, like me, like 50-hour weeks for not much money. Or nurses, I don't know how much hours they work, or 80 hours or 100, I don't know, so many hours a week, for so many thousand, like, but I understand that that's how economics works. And I studied business and economics, and it was a strength. So I understand how a capitalist system works, and it punishes the weak and um, favors the strong. But that's how it is. But it could be a bit better. Nurses and doctors, and maybe not so much doctors. Doctors earn a lot, but um, nurses, paramedics, um, no, teachers do okay in England. Like, but you know, certain things, certain things don't. And I'm sure a lot of, you can comment below where you work. Do you think, what sort of jobs should be paid more? I mean, mine's different. Like, I need a certificate for my job, so I didn't do the degree, but um, it's a different argument. It's not quite the same argument as why a nurse should be paid more. Why a TEFL? It is, obviously it's easier to get. Um, as long as you're English, you can do the certificate. You could find a job. Um, there's millions of English speakers, so you by that, anyone could do the certificate. Um, Many people have degrees. Is it that important? So and I could easily find a better paid jobs in the sector. So that's a bit of a different argument. Um, but anyway, I made it, and I I got it out. And sometimes you just need to vent to no one, vent to a screen, which hopefully a few 20, 30, 50 people will watch. At least my friends and family can enjoy this rant and um, you know joke at me like "Shut up, Meg! Shut up! Shut up, Meg!" Um, let's get into 50 minutes. So by all means, comment below with your "Shut up, Meg!" and yeah, I'll enjoy that. That'll be fun. Um, So I'll wrap it up. I'm rambling about nothing really now. So I said I told you the main things. My life's a bit of a disaster, and I need to figure out a way to earn some money somehow, without getting support and benefits and things. Um, but there's a lot of things I can do. Work online. Um, I don't know if there's fruit picking in the summer or so. Like the jobs that all the immigrants did, and if they don't come back, and if with Brexit, if you don't have as many foreign people, um, maybe can get something from there, or I can study to be a real teacher, um, like a school teacher or something back in England, or if I come back to Italy, there's my company. Even though I've maybe ranted about them, there's a possibility that they will open a sort of a creche, or what do they say, like a play area, children like asilo kind of nido kind of nursery place where young children go. So they said like if we open this, like please come back um and work there. We can give you 30, 40 out, can have a full time job, and you'll be paid a lot more. Um, so if that happens, then I'll happily come back because all my friends are here. I love Milan. I know got my team, even though they are red. I apologize, any Leeds fans. Um, I have gone in really into AC Milan and going to the matches, and um, my sort of my friend said finta, like fake, my fake team. um so Leeds are in my heart. you know my heart is white. My heart is yellow, blue, and white, blue, yellow, white. um but I do like I follow Milan, and the Milan teams and things. So I live here, so I live next to the stadium. It's great to go most weeks when I had the money. Um, so don't hate on me for liking a red team. Before I like Arsenal, I like Liverpool. Um, it's Man U. It's Man U. I hate. Man U, Chelsea. I hate. Not particularly color. I don't really care. Like um, against color. So uh, England. England playing red. I have many England shirts. That's my excuse. So if you're hating on me as a Leeds fan for liking a red team, I do apologise. You know, um, blue, yellow, and white all the way. I really hope that we get promoted somehow, and um, we go up. So hopefully, let's finish the season. I think that's really the fairest way. You saw, or maybe my spoof parody um, of the football season and each team's opinion and things. Today I watched a Charlton. It'd be horrendous. Like if Charlton get relegated, like they were never in the relegation zone. The last game of the season they fell into the relegation zone, and now like Middlesbrough, Hull City, Huddersfield, they're all safe. Might be all safe. Um, and Luton, Barnsley, and Millwall don't have the chance to save themselves. Aston Villa, great season last season. They're not been great, but they've had some great games. They haven't been too bad. they're just on the relegation zone, so they've got a chance to, 9-10 games to get out of it. Milan, um, I'm not like they are seventh, so they might sneak into Europe if it stopped on points per game. But I'm not entirely sure. I need to fact check on that. Because when you look at the table, seventh place isn't in the coloured zone. So I imagine that means that they're not in Europe. But often, like if the um, like if like they're still in the Coppa Italia, so if they win Coppa Italia, get in the final of Coppa Italia, they'll be in Europe. Um, or if the winner of Coppa Italia also get the champions in the Champions League or in the Europa League, then Milan would get that spot. But then what happens? What happens if the Champions League isn't completed? Because as it is, Milan, like Verona, the teams in seventh and eighth aren't qualified for the Europa League. They rely on someone winning the FA Cup. They rely on someone winning um, the Coppa Italia. So if the Coppa Italia gets a trophy, gets completed, and if the Champions League gets completed, that organizes who gets in the Champions League or the qualification for next year. Whereas now, as it stands, seventh and eighth maybe wouldn't get um, or it would go on allocation. The Liga would the Federation of FIGC would um, award Milan or Verona or someone. They would decide who or points per game or who they decide on the Europa League places. But as a Milan fan, as a Leeds fan, I want us to win the league. I'm convinced we should win. We should win the league. West Brom have maybe been better overall, but I think we've got it in us to win the league. I really want to go up and win the league. It doesn't matter really. We can come second. Um, but having that trophy and forever and seeing the players, even if it's behind those doors, play goes blah, 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 behind closed doors. Um, I really like behind closed doors. Um, we still can watch it on TV. Okay, I live in Milan, so I can't. Coronavirus or non-coronavirus, I wouldn't see the end of the season anyway. I'm not in England in May or June, um, so it's the same for me. I would watch it on TV, us lifting the trophy or like the promotion medal, and doing hey, hey, hey. I wanna witness that. Would there be all that if we had a? I mean, I guess they would. Like, I think Paris Saint Germain still did the trophy. It doesn't, it doesn't feel right when you. Um, it's been 16 years, like probably 18 bad seasons in a row, 18 disappointments, like two relegations. That one good year getting promoted back to the championship. But two or three bad, terrible, horrible seasons where we were losing money in the Premier League when I had a season ticket. Then a few season tickets in the Championship. We had a playoff push and we got to the playoff final. But then probably 12 years of dirge. I had a season ticket in League One. So actually, the 3 years I actually lived in Leeds for university. The only years I've ever lived in Leeds, because I'm from Beverley near Hull, actually. But the only years I lived in Leeds were in League One, so it's that was unfortunate. I witnessed probably the worst, the worst of the worst football. No, I don't want to offend anyone, but you prefer to watch Liverpool, like Liverpool, Man U, Real Madrid, Valencia. I saw Deportivo, AC Milan, um, as a kid, and then now you're like, how old was I? 21, 22, and you're watching Hereford, Yeovil, Stockport, um, those sort of teams. So not to offend your lovely teams, but anyone would prefer Chelsea and Man City and Man U and Real Madrid to those other teams, or even Millwall and Hull City. And although Hull City were in the Premier League, so I can't knock them too much. And he's my nearest city, my home city, I guess. If I have to say that, I'm a Beverly Town. If you can support Beverly Town, is that possible? More like a Sunday League team, so there wasn't really an option. Um, or maybe I could have supported York or somewhere like which would have been more painful. I think being a York City fan would be the whole City, York City, Leeds are not the best of choices really. Yeah, with hindsight, um, lots of pain, but I've been a lot of pleasure now. Like they've given me a lot of pride. I'm a proud to be a Leeds fan, even though it's quite tough to watch them really. But this year have been great. Really really good. You know. We've got some great players, and Bielsa's the best, one of the best managers ever. I think. Like if he takes us to a league title, I think he has to be in the top 10, top 5, top 10 managers ever. Like, okay, Alec Ferguson, Pep Guardiola, or Mourinho, or whatever. Um, but he has to be one of the best. Really does. I know he hasn't had a huge amount of success in like terms of titles and um, first league, top league teams. Um, but if he takes a mid table, I think we came mid table. We came 12th about 10 years in a row. I have to do the. I'm not a football. I love football. I'm not a football statistician, or I'm not like All Leeds TV or Benjamin Bloom or someone. I'm not a football YouTuber. So I'd have to do a lot more research on those sort of things. But um, I think it was something like 10 years, 10 years of 10th, 11th, 8th, 15th, 14th, 12th. Finally, a third and a first, or wherever we come, first or second. Or if we drop out and become third or fourth, it's possible. Um, but even top four, like which we have to be mathematically now, I think. Um, that's a great season. That he's done an amazing job to bring up. Again, not to offend people too much. Heckingbottom, and who else do we have? Like I can't even. I've erased it from my memory. They were just horrible. We like just horrible. Just managers we did horribly with. Managers that just didn't suit Leeds, or all there were nobodies, and um, I can't even remember. Like it's gone from my mind. I remember Heckingbottom. Yeah, it really is. I've just erased it from my mind. It was that painful. Um, but I've babbled for a long time, and I hope this was interesting, and there's some things maybe funny, and you got something out of this, and I'm quite tired after this rant. But basically, things are going better. I'm a lot like it was a bit very kind of tough, depressing last week. Maybe we got to. Because I was expecting to have this uplift of not being locked down. Things were going to be so much better, and then I had a big reality check, and oh my god, what am I going to do in my life? And I can't go to China. I can't go to London. I can't stay here in Milan. What am I going to do back home? But I'm feeling confident and I'm feeling positive. I can build up my YouTube channel from build up my YouTube channel, branch out to different things, um, improve. I've got a lot of time to improve my keyboard playing. I can try and bump to see if it makes a difference. Now I do like 2 hours a day. I think that is optimal. So I'm gonna try to play 3 hours. Let's see 3 hours a day. Maybe do a video on Sunday. um, I played 3 hours. I played 4 hours of piano every day. Did it help me? So thanks for watching. Please smash a like. So the little thumbs up button, and please subscribe if you want to know what life is like in Milan, um, or learn practice some English. Um, you like a bit of piano, do all different types of videos. So please subscribe to my channel. Please comment. I don't get a lot of comments. Um, like on the actual on YouTube. I get a lot of comments outside of YouTube, like, "Oh, nice video." It'd be nice if you wrote it there. And hope everyone's good, everyone's staying safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.